Ant Anstead was known for his charming grin, sharp mind, and magical touch with cars. To fans, he was the man who could fix anything, but behind that confident smile, few knew the deep struggles that followed him. Before Wheeler Dealers, Ant had worn many hats, from a police officer to a car builder. His life looked perfect on screen, yet behind the camera, cracks were forming in ways even he couldn't control. Before television fame, Ant served as a police officer in Hertfordshire, England. He was respected, brave, and always calm under pressure. But something inside him longed for more, a creative life, a passion project that would define him. When he left the force to build cars, everyone thought he was crazy. Yet that bold move was the spark that set everything in motion. Ant's incredible talent didn't go unnoticed. His handmade cars drew attention from collectors and TV producers. Soon, he was offered a chance to co-host For the Love of Cars. It was the beginning of something huge. Fame arrived, but it also brought intense pressure. Ant wanted perfection, and perfection always comes with a price. In 2017, Ant replaced Ed China as the new mechanic on Wheeler Dealers. Fans were skeptical. Replacing a beloved figure was no easy task, but Ant handled it with grace, humor, and skill. Soon, viewers were cheering for him. Yet, even as his career soared, his personal life began to crumble behind closed doors. Fame often hides the truth. While millions loved watching Ant fix cars, few knew he was battling exhaustion, loneliness, and a failing marriage. Long filming hours, travel, and constant pressure took a toll. He smiled for the cameras, but inside, he was breaking. In 2017, Ant and his wife, Louise, announced their separation. The couple shared 2 children and had been together for years. The news shocked fans. Ant described it as the darkest chapter of his life. And for a man who always stayed strong, the pain was unbearable. He said, "You think you can fix everything, until it's your own heart that breaks." After the divorce, Ant moved to California to film Wheeler Dealers in the U.S. It was supposed to be a fresh start, new country, new show, new hope. But instead, it became another test. He was far from his kids, living alone in a foreign land. The sunshine outside didn't match the storm inside. While filming in America, Ant met actress Christina Hall, star of Flip or Flop. Their chemistry was instant. Fans saw them as a perfect match. 2 TV stars, both passionate and creative. But soon, what seemed like a fairy tale would become another emotional roller coaster. Ant and Christina married in 2018 and soon welcomed a son, Hudson. For a while, Ant looked happy again. Social media was filled with laughter, love, and family moments. He called Hudson, "my little miracle." It looked like Ant had finally rebuilt his life, but fate had other plans. In 2020, fans were shocked again. Christina filed for divorce. Ant was devastated. He said it felt like having the rug pulled from under your feet. His heart broke all over again. To lose another family, another home, and to be separated from his son, it was too much to bear. After the split, Ant disappeared from the spotlight. Behind closed doors, he fought anxiety and depression. In interviews, he admitted crying daily, struggling to understand what went wrong. He began therapy, prayer, and focused on rebuilding his mental health. Slowly, he learned that healing wasn't about fixing cars, it was about fixing himself. Ant poured his pain into creativity. He built new workshops, launched Radford Motors, and started new TV projects like Celebrity IOU, Joyride. He turned Heartbreak into purpose. His comeback wasn't about fame anymore. It was about finding peace. One of Ant's hardest fights was for custody of his son, Hudson. The legal battle with Christina was public and painful. Both parents loved their child deeply, but the media turned it into a circus. Through it all, Ant tried to protect his son's innocence and his own sanity. Eventually, Ant found new love and new balance. He focused on gratitude, fitness, and fatherhood. In interviews, he said he finally learned what truly matters, not cars, fame, or TV, but peace of mind and family. His story became one of quiet strength. Ant Anstead's story isn't just about cars, it's about resilience. It's about falling apart and learning to stand again. Behind every smile, there's a story we don't see, and Ant's journey reminds us that even when life crashes, you can rebuild, piece by piece, into something even stronger. After losing so much, his marriage, his family, and his peace, most people would have broken completely. But Ant didn't. He decided he wouldn't let pain define him. He began each day by reminding himself, this is not the end. It was a quiet fight, one that had no cameras, no applause, just him, alone, trying to rebuild his heart. Slowly, his strength returned, not through fame or fortune, but through humility, patience, and faith. Cars had always been Ant's therapy. In the stillness of his workshop, surrounded by metal, tools, and grease, he felt grounded. Building something beautiful from something broken, that's what he did best. And maybe, he realized, that's what life was teaching him too. Every dent, every scratch, every mistake could be repaired. In a strange way, restoring cars became his way of restoring himself. When fans saw Ant back on screen, they noticed something different. His tone was calmer, wiser, almost peaceful. He didn't chase fame anymore. He cared more about impact. He once said, television gave me a platform, but life gave me lessons. Behind the scenes, Ant had started mentoring young builders and inspiring people through his story. The mechanic had turned into a motivator. Even after recovery, the quiet nights were hard. Ant spoke openly about how loneliness could sneak in, no matter how strong you are. He missed his children in England. He missed family dinners. Sometimes he would sit in his garage late at night, staring at unfinished cars, wondering if he'd ever feel whole again. But he also knew, pain is temporary, and purpose can outlast it. Ant always said his biggest achievement wasn't TV. It was being a dad. Whether reading bedtime stories over FaceTime or flying back to see his kids, he gave his all. Even during custody challenges, he kept his focus on his children's happiness. They're the reason I keep going, he said. No award or paycheck could ever compare to being a father who shows up, even from miles away. In 2021, Ant co-founded Radford Motors, a revival of a classic British coach-building brand. It wasn't just a business move, it was redemption. Radford allowed him to combine craftsmanship, heritage, and modern innovation. Working alongside Formula One legend Jenson Button, Ant once again found joy in creating, not just repairing. This project reminded him that life, too, could be redesigned. Fame had given Ant opportunities, but also judgment. Every move, every post, every rumor was dissected online. During his lowest moments, the media didn't give him privacy. It gave him headlines. He learned the hard way that fame is a double-edged sword. It can make you, and it can break you. But unlike before, he no longer tried to please everyone. He focused only on what was real. After years of heartache, Ant met American actress Renee Zellweger while filming Celebrity IOU, Joyride. What started as friendship turned into something deeper. Both had known loss and fame, and both understood life beyond the spotlight. Their relationship grew quietly, away from public drama. For the first time in a long time, Ant seemed at peace. Not because of success, but because he felt understood. By 2024, Ant spoke about his journey with honesty and hope. He said healing isn't about forgetting. It's about accepting what was and still choosing joy. He learned to meditate, to stay fit, and to help others struggling with mental health. His message became clear. Even the strongest fall apart, but that's how strength is born. His pain had transformed into purpose. Today, Ant Anstead's story stands as more than just the tale of a TV mechanic. It's a reminder that even those who seem to have it all fight unseen battles. He showed that rebuilding your life is much like restoring a car. It takes time, patience, and love. From heartbreak to healing, from loss to light, Ant's journey teaches us one powerful truth. You can start over and still shine brighter than ever before.